Radio.com and good morning. It is 7:31. Looking pretty good out there, Bill.
Yeah, it does.
Minimal fog today, if any. None that I see out of the AccuWeather window.
No, it looks beautiful outside right now.
All right. Time for news brought to you by Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, Dr. Inishita, where the care, compassion, roadmap to your recovery begin. And once again, Bill Shope.
Hey, thank you, Steve. Good morning, everybody. The traffic problem in Sydaville continues to worsen. Sycamore Street's being used as a detour route due to the city's major sewer improvement project in the community. Now, we spoke with Dennis Packard, 6th Ward Councilman, after yet another large truck knocked down utility lines yesterday, leaving residents without power and internet service.
We've got to hand it to the residents of Sycamore. They've had to experience quite an ordeal with the temporary detour. But a persistent issue is that the larger trucks continue to attempt it despite being directed around Sciotaville. They're getting stuck, they're damaging the sidewalks, they're damaging residents' yards, but most recently cable lines have been pulled out. So I've asked our law enforcement to evaluate every possible remedy. In the meantime, the Nazarene Church has opened its parking lot for anyone needing a place to park. There's been extra no through truck signs positioned at all Sciotaville entrances, and we've asked if temporarily making Lynn a one-way could help lower the traffic volume Sycamore is having to contend with.
Now, Packard begged motorists to be careful on the narrow street.
As the project progresses, I hope everyone having to use these detours is extremely cautious, because both the north and southbound traffic are unable to see over Sycamore Hill until they're at its peak. I think this is probably the most dangerous aspect of this detour.
Now, our coverage of the upcoming Friends of Portsmouth River Days event continues as Brian Smith tells us about the parade and the pageant, both of which will take place on the 30th.
We've got River Days coming up, and a couple key points on River Days that I wanted to touch base with you on is, of course, the parade. One of the longest parades in Ohio. It's usually packed from the beginning of it at Spartan Stadium to the end. And if people want to register for the parade, all they got to do is go to our Facebook page. We've got multiple posts out about signing up for the parade, and they just have to fill out that Google form and sign up. Also, the pageant, which is huge, it is sold out. If they have any questions, anybody want to get a hold of the pageant, they can on the Facebook page for Friends of Portsmouth and River Days.
And Steve, you're likely going to be needing to pay more to send packages through the Postal Service this coming holiday season. Jay Plyburn tells us why.
That's according to a notice filed with the Postal Regulatory Commission. The Postal Service says it plans to temporarily increase the price for some services to cover extra handling costs to ensure a successful peak season. The higher cost will cover Priority Mail Express, Priority Mail, and USPS Ground Advantage. No other products, including stamps, will be affected.
For Mix 99.3 News, I'm Bill Shope.
Oh, Bill, that's just a one-word explanation on that, basically.
Ain't it, though?
Yeah. It's called, let me think about this very quickly. I believe it's called gouge. Yeah, gouge.
Oh, yeah, wait till tomorrow. I've been working on a report about AEP and the cost of electric and how much exactly AEP makes off of our turmoil.
I just got my electric bill yesterday. It's crazy. It's $250 a month higher than it used to be in summer.
Oh, wait till tomorrow. Wait till you find out. And I'm just vetting the numbers. That's all. That's why I didn't broadcast it today. But
yeah,
just wait till you find out how much AEP made already this year.
You know, there got to be some kind of regulation on these people.
Well, there is regulation in place, but when you strip away guidelines, I mean, it's this is what happens. It's what causes the financial crash.
I know.
Years ago.
Well, when people can't afford power, and then they get it disconnected, and then they have to charge money to re-hook you up after maybe you've. It's just a vicious cycle. But
I think the powerful candle lobby's behind all of
it. Yeah. Flashlight batteries forever.
Right.
There we go. All right, man. This update brought to you this morning by your friends at Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates. That's Dr. Inashita, where the care, compassion, and roadmap to your recovery begin. The health and well-being of the community when it comes to cancer care and the cure is a name that's legendary. His name is Dr. Inashita. At Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates of Portsmouth, they're always there to think way ahead of the curve to provide the absolute latest in care treatments and that personal one-on-one service that today is so rare. With Dr. Inashita and King's Daughters, they owe their success to the many forward-thinking community members and great volunteers who have all helped shape King's Daughters and Dr. Inashita as their first choice from patients and families who choose them for the most critical time in their life, when that absolute right decision must be made. For more information, from screenings to treatment, contact Dr. Inashita by calling 353-4884 or stop by and meet their incredibly helpful staff at 916 11th Street in Portsmouth. With Dr. I and Portsmouth Cancer Care and Associates, that's where the care, compassion, and the roadmap to your cure begin. And good morning. It is 7:37, and with sunshine downtown 72, here's ONN.
This is ONN. I'm Jay Fox on the Ohio News Network. In Southwest Ohio, one man is formally charged with aggravated arson for reportedly torching pride flags. ONN's Jared Allen has more.
The Hamilton County prosecutor says 52-year-old Thomas Niehaus has been indicted on 7 charges of aggravated arson and 3 counts of arson. Prosecutor Connie Pillich accuses Niehaus of setting fire to the ornamental objects in the city's Clifton and Northside neighborhoods on July 30th. Niehaus is also accused of setting fire to a yard sign featuring a Ukrainian flag.
Teamsters union workers at Columbus area fire truck manufacturer Sutphin have been out on strike for more than 2 months. Colin Dorsey of ONN affiliate WBNS TV has details.
The union went on strike in May after working since November without a contract. Since then, the union men and women have been making strike pay from the Teamsters, about $1,000 per week. They were joined on the line by the National Teamsters president, Sean O'Brien. Last month, Columbus City Council opted to stop its purchase with Sutphin and move to a Wisconsin-based company when Sutphin couldn't meet a 14-month deadline amid the ongoing labor disputes.
Andrew Abbott pitched 7 scoreless innings for the Cincinnati Reds yesterday, but a 4-run 8th inning from the Philadelphia Phillies ended the game in a 4-1 loss. The 2 teams play again tonight in Cincinnati at 6:40 p.m. For the Ohio News Network, I'm Jay Fox.
Yes, but they will be Snoopless tonight.
No Snoop. Snoop will live in our hearts, though, forever.
Snoop. All right. Time for sports. Yes, it's 7:38. And brought to you by Collier Home Medical, 1661 State Route 522, right across the road from Kroger. You can give them a call for home medical setup, 574-0327. All right, yeah, well, last night, disappointment. I thought Andrew Abbott had it, and he did for 7 2/3 innings.
Yeah, he did.
And then when he needed some help, Tito just sat there on his boat chair and just go ahead, see if you can get out of the inning. No help on the way.
Did not get out of the inning. Nope.
Well, if you love baseball and you watch it, you can sense it. Just like anything, the ebb flow of a game. And he was almost at 100 pitches when that happened. And you go, okay,
time to go.
It's not like it's going into the 9th and you've got a 3 or 4 run lead. But Francona gambled and lost.
Yeah.
I tell you more. What?
You just wonder, not that I'm making an excuse for the skipper, but the Reds have used a lot of pitchers here over the last couple of days. I mean, they used 6 in the game prior in the get-out-of-town game against Pittsburgh, and I think they used their fair share on Saturday when you were there in Pittsburgh. And you just wonder if he was trying to save the pen as much as he possibly could. But it amazes me that the pitchers are handled so delicately, because you wouldn't think that facing 1 or 2 batters would throw everybody out of sorts. No. It's like when they had the Speedway Classic the weekend prior at Bristol. That was supposed to be a Saturday night game. It got rained out, and they had to continue it on Sunday. The rookie Chase Burns got to start on Saturday, and they didn't bring him back after pitching just 1 inning Saturday to throw Sunday. It's kind of like, will it throw them that off if it's a day, if it's a pitch or 2 here or there?
Chuck, they're China dolls these days.
Give me Nick Martinez. He'll come in anytime, anywhere, any place.
Remember Everyday Eddie Gadara? What his name was? The Reds had him for a while. He was with San Diego, but they called him Everyday Eddie.
Yeah.
And we need an everyday somebody who can get people out.
Yeah, Tony Santillan did come on last night, but I think Francona, as you said, waited a little too late to put him in. But as good as he's been pitching, as good as Pagan has been pitching, as good as Mole has been pitching, Suter's not been doing too bad. Yeah, there was help there. Then the cavalry just never came.
All right. More on that. Here's Chuck.
The Philadelphia Phillies took down the Reds 4-1 in the first game of a series between those two National League ball clubs last night at Great American Ballpark. The Reds jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the first when Gavin Lux drove in T.J. Friedel, but that would be it for Cincinnati's scoring. Lux had a great night offensively, though, as he went 3 for 4 at the plate. Checking Abbott's stat line after those 7 scoreless innings that went south, he wound up going 7 2/3 innings, surrendering 3 runs off of 6 hits. The Reds and the Phillies will lock horns in the Queen City again this evening. That'll be a 6:40 first pitch at GABP, and you'll be able to hear the game either on Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM or Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. 95.7 FM's got some work coming its way, so it might be down this evening. If so, we'll move the baseball game over to The Breeze. Brady Singer will be on the mound this evening for Cincinnati. The Reds are 4 games over the 500 mark, 13 games out in the National League Central, but only 2 games back in the NL Wild Card standings. The Cleveland Guardians had yesterday off. They will entertain the Marlins this evening for a 6:40 first pitch. Cleveland is 6.5 games out in the AL Central, just a game back in the American League wild card race. The AP Top 25 college football preseason poll was released yesterday. Ohio State, if you recall, was second in the coaches poll, but the Buckeyes are third in the AP poll behind Texas and Penn State. The Longhorns top both polls. Ohio State and Texas will clash on Saturday, August 30th. That'll be a noon kickoff at the Horseshoe. That'll be the season opener for the Buckeyes. Checking the rest of the AP Top 25's top 10, coming in at number 4 were the Clemson Tigers. Georgia rounded out the top 5, and the rest of the top 10 consisted of Notre Dame, Oregon, Alabama, LSU, and Miami. 3 Big Ten schools were in the top 10. Finally, let's take a look at the Glockner family of dealerships Monday Night Elks Golf League. The top 3 finishing teams yesterday were the Scioto Animal Clinic, Countswell's Realty LLC, and Penn Station East Coast Subs. Yesterday's flight winners were Buck Whiteley in A flight. He shot a 33. David Sparks and Tom Race led the way in B flight as each posted scores of 39. Roger Williams' score of 43 was best among the C flight players, and Grant Wheeler topped the leaderboard in D flight as he shot a 45. And that is a look at sports.
All right, and thank you, Chuck. Brought this morning by your friends. Call Your Home Medical. Good folk at 1661 State Route 522. And they offer free home setup of a variety of home medical equipment. Give them a call, 574-0327. Traffic weather on the way.
Collier is expanding its business opportunities to include Collier Home Medical, a local durable medical equipment company, or DME, offering free home setup of a variety of home medical equipment such as home oxygen and portable oxygen, as well as hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier also offers home sleep testing along with CPAP and BiPAP for patients diagnosed with sleep apnea. Overnight pulse oximetry testing is available with a physician order. Located at 1661 State Route 522 across from Kroger in Wheelersburg, call 740-574-0327.
And your traffic, a service of your friends at the Scioto River, 1024 Gallagher Street. And again, the river will be there with legendary steaks, chicken ribs, and more. And again, doors open today at 11. And again, we've got the barrels still on the west side. We've got angst, problems in Sciotaville, trying to get from point A to point Z. And we've also got today some resurfacing, and that's going to be on Bonzer Run Road. That's right, Bonzer Run. That's going to be both in Clay and Harrison Townships. So see something we need to know about, let us know, 354-1993. And we'll pass it along. Traffic and service of the Scioto River opens 7 days a week.
Weather a service of A1 Auto Glass, which now has a windshield calibration machine used to recalibrate all of the safety features in the windshields of foreign vehicles. This used to have to be done at a dealership after installation, but now you can save money by getting it done at A1 Auto Glass in Portsmouth.
Your WSAZ First Alert forecast. We are tracking a hot and more humid day for Tuesday. Afternoon highs reaching the low 90s with pop-up showers and storms developing later into the afternoon. Late tonight and into your Wednesday, rain and storm chances increase. I'm WSAZ meteorologist Dylan Godet.
And good morning. Downtown right now, we've got sunshine 72 as we get up and
Mixing it up in the morning with Steve Hayes. Steve Hayes. Mix 99.3.